Hey everybody, what's happening? I hope you enjoyed Veterans Day today. Today was beautiful, and to tell the truth, it really was as we know it. So, the rest tells everything. So, yeah, the weather was good. At first, it was raining a little because it was the morning, but then as everything was drying up, the sun came in, like I said. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we do need some rain at this moment because I'm not gonna lie, last month, October was the warmest month we ever received. And then we got a little extra in the beginning of this month, and right now, I mean, like I said, we'll get the warm weather, but then it's gonna be cold those times when we wake up in the morning, even when the afternoon comes in. So yeah, and we really need some rain because lately, our some of the areas in our state have been dealing with unforgiving forest fires, especially the ones that start happening in Berlin. So we really need some rain. I'm hoping that we do get some throughout this month as we find ourselves getting close to Thanksgiving. So yeah. So for tonight, this is my art masterpieces video. This is my art masterpieces video. The last one I did was number 58, and now prepare to be amazed because tonight 59 has come breaking down your door to give you what I have in store for tonight. So yeah, say hello to art masterpieces video 59, orchestrated by me, your art and poetry vibe vibrator. I just made that up. Your art and poetry vibrator has just arrived. Prepare to be amazed, and you know what I mean. Cranking things up to more than 100%, more like actually just cranking things up to like 1,000% or more than that. Well, you know what I mean. So yeah, 1,000% will tell the truth. So yeah. So tonight I've got three wonderful collages to showcase. One is on we all know The Simpsons, and tonight I have a collage I was done on a Simpson character. If you haven't seen my community post as part of my YouTube channel, I recommend you check it out because I really put it together. I really just wanted to show something funny. So yeah, and I got two wonderful wrestling collages. To tell the honest truth, these wrestling collages are based on Japanese wrestling stars who have really made a difference in the world. With them showcasing what style of wrestling looks like. It has what style of wrestling has been showcased as ever, especially at the top of where it is today. And the other has really made a difference for what we're seeing right now as we know it. So I'm gonna start with the first collage. So yes, my first collage, I did one on a Simpson character coming from the famous TV show that's been running on television since 1989. Yes, The Simpsons. They've been around for so long. 30 effing years. My God. 30 effing years. Who ever thought that this show, coming from 1989, would ever get this far in life to now being 30 years old? That's still going on as we know. So, yeah, 30 years. They've kept us entertaining, especially especially with adventures that have always happened. So, this I'm going to enjoy as I showcase you the first as I first I'm gonna first show you the first collage. So yeah, you're gonna be seeing a showcase of the first one. So yeah, so I did this one for somebody that I work with at Focus Center for Autism, known as the Fresh Start School. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am working on a second autism program. I'm still with Autism Families Connecticut, so don't worry, nothing has changed. So yeah. Also, everyone's been asking me if I also left TJ Maxx. I said no, I have not made that decision as ever. TJ Maxx is still with me, so all is good. So the second autism program I'm working at is Autism Families. No, it's Focus Center for Autism, also known as the Fresh Start School. I have known Focus since my days of going to the after school program when I was in high school, and they know me so very much that I've always kept in touch with them. So I am working over there with them at the Focus Household Tribe. I work as the teacher assistant, and I love it very much because I'm working with more fellows on the autism spectrum, going from children to teens, even to young adults. And I feel like with my guidance around, they could really learn something from what it means to be mindful and a better human being around other fellows that are also around them as we know. So yeah, I love being an absolute role model, especially when you set a very good example for all fellows and yeah, in the autism community. So yeah. And I'm very glad for giving I'm very, very super glad that I gave the autistic community the one thing that will help them get their stories out. That was an absolute voice to help them feel heard versus ignored versus being sidestepped, even non-existent as ever. It's time to get their voices out, and what better way to get their voices out than to give them to get their stories out and to give them a voice that no one thought would ever happen until I came onto the scene. So yes, I'm very glad I gave them something they will never forget, and I will always be right behind them as ever. So yeah, even beside them, as you can tell. So yeah. So get ready as I show you the first collage. Yep, this one was done on a Simpson character, and you all may know this character. This character and Kelsey Grammer. My God, he was like the best lad that ever played the voice of this character. The same character that once worked for Krusty the Clown, who all you know go like, "Hey everybody, ooh, hey, ooh, hey." Yeah, that Krusty. Yeah, he worked for Krusty the Clown, until he had him initially, or should I say, unintentionally framed for robbing the Quickie Mart, only to find out that Bart at least to put the pieces together and know that Krusty's assistant was the one to be blamed. After he was sent away to prison, he made a plan to go after Bart, and every time he did, he always tried to look for ways to go after Bart to get his vengeance on him. And well, the rest tells the story of how much this nut has always been so crazy that whenever the Simpsons go somewhere, they always run to him. More likely Bart. So yeah. So get ready to be amazed as I show you the first collage that was done on a Simpson character. So get ready. I have a question for you all. Have you ever heard this condition called Sideshow Bob itis? If you probably wonder what it is, prepare to be amazed. So get ready as I show you the first collage that was done on a Simpson character. I give to you the one that always goes after Bart. Sideshow Bob. Or as you may know, the Simpsons going like this. Ah! Sideshow Bob! I remember the episode from 2014. It was like, Dr. Sideshow Bob, and Homer asked a specific question: real doctor or PhD? And I remember Sideshow Bob going like this: PhD, PhD, because he was hoping to be a real doctor. So here we go as I show you the the collage on Sideshow Bob is presented by Sideshow Bob, and this is called the 5 stages of Sideshow Bob itis. So take a look. If you look right here, this is the 5 stages of Sideshow Bob itis, presented by Sideshow Bob, and you're about to be amazed at what makes you want to say, who could have something like this representing the 5 stages of Sideshow Bob itis? So allow me to show you the first stages from 1 through 5 that's part of this condition. First stage, relax, as you can tell. The second stage, calm at the moment, yes. Number 3, insanity, ride it in like a storm. Number 4, laughing season in the house. Trust me, that will get you going. And last but not least, as you can tell from Bob's face, as part of the 5th stage, super crazy mode activated. And we go to the part where I wrote down, and Kate, in the words of me, it's official. I'm directly crazy. Thank you. Come again soon. I also put down this. P.S. I always wanted to be president, except for one thing. I was not trustworthy, as you can tell. So I hold this up for you loves to see for yourselves. And if you're all a huge fan of The Simpsons, this is what I put together as I'm showcasing in this 59th art masterpiece video. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Who doesn't love Sideshow Bob? I know he's a nut and all, but he kind of gets me going when he's always trying to do something crazy. And whenever he sees Bart, his plan always goes into full circle until it doesn't turn out so good. So I'm gonna hold this up for a few more minutes and then I'm gonna move on to my next collages. When you look at Sideshow Bob's face, it means he's gone crazy mode. Translation: crazy mode does not stop as you know it. Yeah, that's Sideshow Bob. The rest tells the story. Sideshow Bob. If you are ever in the 5 stages of Sideshow Bob itis, this is now to admit what's going on at this moment. First stage, relax, as you can tell. Second stage, calm at the moment. Third stage, insanity riding in like a storm. The 4th stage, laughing season in the house. And last but not least, the 5th stage, super crazy mode activated. These are the 5 stages of Sideshow Bob itis. If you have this, now would be the time to admit and come clean. Like I said, I'm going to do this stuff for a few more minutes and then I'll move on to my next collages. I'm not going to lie, I'm so glad I put this together. And The Simpsons, they kept us entertained for so very, very, very long, going back to 1989. All right, my friends, that was the first day. All right. Okay, I have a next class to showcase, and this one is on a Japanese wrestling legend. He debuted. He got his wrestling debut. He got his wrestling debut started in December 1984. I think it was December 1984, and then the run came to an end after continuing it for so long in the early year of COVID. Yeah, right after 2019. So, as I come to think of it, when I think of him, this reminds me of all the fantastic matches he's had throughout his wrestling career. Even when he came to WWE, as part of the NXT TakeOver event that was happening. And it was nice to see him. I mean, I even look back at all his matches throughout his time in WCW. Fantastic matches with Brian Pillman, yep, Rey Mysterio, who got his start in WCW, Psychosis, everyone that has taken on him before, so yeah. And they all know his greatest performances in the wrestling ring. You see him in every wrestling promotion. Like before WWE, there was WCW, TNA, Ring of Honor. The rest goes on and on and on, and then found himself in WWE. So the rest tells the story. But when it came to the year right after 2019, where he had to retire, it makes you want to feel like as if he's had a very good run, and now we will honor his memory with the run that he has given us for so long, with his wrestling destination still going. Before it's time to say goodbye. So yeah. So get ready, my friends, as I showcase the next wrestling collage I have in store for you. This one's on famous WWE Hall of Famer, even famous international Japanese wrestling Hall. I'm just gonna say even international wrestling Hall of Famer in our the global wrestling Hall of Famer in our hearts, even in our minds as ever. I give to you, my friends, the Japanese wrestling legend you all know so very much. As I say his name like this, I give to you Jushin Thunder Liger! And here it is, the wrestling collage of Jushin Thunder Liger. I had to put this together because this lad is the reason we see high flying wrestling wherever you go, even if it's in TNA, Ring of Honor, or more likely even in WWE, or going back to the days of WCW. So yeah, Jushin Thunder Liger has really made a difference when it comes to high flying wrestling. Even in ways where, if it wasn't for him, TNA would never have put together the X division. If it wasn't for him, WWE would never have put together the Cruiserweight division. I mean, if it wasn't for any wrestling promotion, you wouldn't be seeing high flying wrestling matches that are still showcased until this day in every wrestling promotion. So, yes, Jushin is the reason that high flying wrestling was definitely put on the map coming from his wonderful performances in the ring. So, yeah, I praise him for that as ever. Yeah. And if you're wondering why I put down the bottom of the photo right here with him against Psychosis, I'm remembering my favorite match with Liger. I'm going back to TNA, Bound for Glory, 2005. The night where he came on to the scene in TNA's biggest, greatest event, taking on Samoa Joe, who was new at the time when he debuted in TNA back in 2005. So, yeah. So I'm holding this up so you all can see for yourselves. And then I'm moving on to my last collage I'd like to showcase in this art masterpieces video. You guys don't love the last one because I want to show you about this. Okay, my friends. That was the second one on Jushin Thunder Liger. Now we're down to the last one. Now we're talking about this last collage I want to show you in this because this is really happening as we find ourselves with 2024 coming to a close and entering the new year where 2025 lies ahead. So, yeah. So, We've been hearing about all these famous wrestling fellows who are finding themselves at the end of who are finding themselves at the end of their destination. They're heading to the part where retirement season is calling, and it's time for them to like take a step back for now and let the others take care of what's going on, even hone their craft. I think destination is still going. So yeah. So the WWE has been witnessing some wrestling fellows who we love to see have their retirement match set in before it's time for them to retire. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but one of my favorite lads, Mr. Chain Gang Commander himself, John Cena, yeah, during this past summer of this year, he announced that he's going to be retiring as we head to next year, where WrestleMania will be the last time we see him, and he's not the only one that's also retiring. We also have Goldberg that's on the verge of retiring too, but John Cena and Goldberg are not the only ones that are also retiring. I'm sensing that, yeah, I'm sensing that we have another fellow that's also on the verge of retiring too, but this time it's a female wrestling madame that we've all praised so very much. So I'm gonna tell you this: she's also retiring too, and she got her wrestling journey started back in April. The date was April 15th, 1995, coming from the country of Japan. And ever since then, she has trailblazed what it means to make women's wrestling happen, even exist, coming from the eyes of her. So, yes. And many others have been doing the same to definitely get women's wrestling to be showcased, whether that's the top match or the main event match of the night happening as we know it. So, yeah. So if it wasn't for her and others trying to get women's wrestling still going as we know it, there would be no main event matches that you always saw at WrestleMania coming from the women's side. There would be no main event matches that you always wanted to see as a dream match. And there would also be no main event matches that you always wanted to see that could steal the show as ever. So this woman, this female Japanese wrestling madame is retiring, and her final match will take place next year at the end of April 2025. The date, I believe, is April 29th, 2025. And that's the last time we're going to see her. So, if you haven't seen, I know you may have seen my post and those why, yeah, as I put it on my YouTube channel. So, I'm going to show you the last collage, and it's based on this female Japanese wrestling legend who I praise so very much, especially when she came to WWE, even when the Mae Young Classic tournament was happening, and then she came from. Then after that she came to NXT UK, then made her way to NXT, and the rest tells the story. So yeah, I even saw a match against her. I even saw a match again. I even saw a match with her against Bayley, who was women's world champion at the time, as WWE was doing their tour around Japan, and it was fun watching that match. I mean, because it's the last time we're going to see this, so I'm going to show you the last collage before it's time to wrap things up. Ladies, loves, my friends, fellows, loves, lads, give it up for my third collage that I put together. I give to you the amazing collage that was done on the famous Japanese female wrestling legend, or should I say madame, that is retiring come next year. I give to you the final boss. Sorry, I had something in my mouth. The final boss, Meiko Satomura. There it is, my friends. Meiko Satomura. Yeah, I was trying to show a color. It's all crimson, but I apologize at this moment. So, yes. Yeah, Meiko is retiring come next year. And like I said, her wrestling journey started in 1995. The date was April 15th, 1995, from where it all started. And now it's coming to a close as we enter next year, where 2025 lies ahead, as it takes place in April. April 29th will be the day that she has her final battle, her final war, before it's time to say goodbye and retire. If I had to say this to Meiko, and if she's ever watching this, I would say, Meiko, thank you for everything you've ever done. If it wasn't for you and all the others that came along the way, there would absolutely be no women's wrestling. More likely, women's wrestling would never be showcased more, coming from those who wanted to make it show, who wanted to showcase it, who wanted it to be showcased more as ever, versus just the men's wrestling. But Mako, you were the reason women's wrestling still kept going and going, even when you made your appearance in WWE. I remember every match you had coming from NXT UK and to NXT, even when WWE was touring in Japan. And now here we are with the part where in a few months, in a couple of months, as we enter the new year coming from this year, you're gonna have your final match, which will take place at the end of April. Yeah, April 29th, 2025. So, Meiko, thank you for everything you ever done. There's a reason why. Correction, there's definitely, absolutely, and most likely reason why you are known as the final boss, and no one can ever take that from you. You've been the best final boss that no one could ever ignore, not even erase from where it all started. I just want to showcase this wonderful collage of the final boss. And like I said, if she's never watching this, this is definitely for her because we all care about her. As like I said, if it wasn't for her and others trying to make women's wrestling happen very much, there would be no women's wrestling, not even women's wrestling being showcased as ever. So yes, I say this right now. Thank you, thank you, Madame Meiko Satomura, for everything you've ever done, and I appreciate you for this as ever. So I'm holding this up for a few more minutes before it's definitely time to wrap things up. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the final boss, Meiko Satomura. Hold this up before it's time to wrap things up. All right, my friends. All right, loves. There you have it. That was all three wonderful collages that I showcased throughout tonight's art masterpiece video. This was number 59. 59 saw two wonderful Japanese wrestling legend collages, and the other collage, making a total of three, was a Simpson character that no one can ever forget. So I hope you loves enjoyed this art masterpiece video. You are more than welcome to watch this whenever you want to, whenever you want something to cheer you up, or even have a moment to yourself of just relaxing and feeling calm and relaxed. So yeah, you're more welcome to watch this. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I know I did as ever. Even keeping you all entertained. So yeah, I know Monday Night Raw has already started, so I'm gonna get off on this and head to it right now. Tonight's episode is in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I believe the big special that's going on Monday Night Raw will be New Day's 10th anniversary moment happening because they've been together for 10 years, going back to when Xavier Woods recruited Kofi Kingston and Big E to put together this tag team that was spreading positivity, creating funny and hilarious vibes, even when it came to them just playing the game called, let's just chant at first saying, New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. This the same three lads that also had their own type of cereal being branded called Bootios. They make sure, as I remember, Bootios, they make sure you ain't booty. Yeah, that was them. And let's not forget New Day Pops. A mouthful of magic. I got to have it. So yeah. But before I wrap this up, and I'm gonna make this quick right now. Have you noticed absolute dissension from the New Day lately? Because Kofi's been noticing something's not right with Woods, and Woods, he's been acting very strange, and everyone's sensing that could New Day be on the verge of being broken up. And I'm not gonna lie, it's bound to happen because lately Woods has not been the same since he started to feel like as if he's getting nowhere, and he feels like as if everyone that's around him is holding him back. He and Kofi, they seem to be remaining where they are, but then again, Kofi also senses that dissension has made its unforgiving entrance with Woods not being the same, and I sense that tonight on Raw, I think Woods playing a game called Time to End the New Day train could be happening. I don't know when, but if I were everyone, I'd keep your eyes open because you don't know when that high alert moment is going to happen. So, other than that, we'll have to see what tonight takes us as New Day celebrates their 10th anniversary of being together as a tag team. The very same tag team that's won multiple World Tag Team titles so many times. Even when they do their own entrance of being tag team champions. So the question is, or I have a question for everybody, and hope you answer this. Do you think, and I quote, Do you think New Day will still stay where they are, or do you sense, or could tell, or even know that New Day's on the verge of being broken up? That's the question for all you loves who are wrestling fans to figure out for yourselves as you watch Raw. And I bet you're all watching it right now. So yeah. Other than that, I hope you loves enjoyed this art masterpiece video. This was number 59. Like I said, you're more welcome to watch this. Other than that, I say this to you all. Good night. Take care. Thank you for your absolute time of need. And I'll see you all next time. The next time I make another poem video, or more likely, another art masterpiece video. Number 60 could be in the works. So, yeah. Other than that, take care, loves. Also, happy Veterans Day to all the loves who made their absolute sacrifice to keeping this country protected from those who want to play a game called Cross the Line, even step over it. Other than that, like I said, yes, you have done your service for serving this country, and I say thank you for your services as ever. Thank you to those who made the ultimate sacrifice. So other than that, take care, loves. Happy Veterans Day, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for your absolute time of need.